This is Spud here from HitstartNow.com, coming at you with another quick hit. Now, I'm going to be brutally honest. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm sick to my back teeth of zombies. They're everywhere. Absolutely, yeah. Not in a zombie invasion kind of way. They're not outside my door right now. I don't have to pack a shovel and a shotgun. But as far as gaming goes, they're absolutely everywhere. No matter where I go, I seem to run into zombies and Nazis. Everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. No matter what game I'm playing. There always seems to be one of those two. They're the go-to enemy for video game makers. To a point where it's actually coming across as quite lazy at this stage. You know, I know your Call of Duties are military games. They've got to have military enemies in there. That's kind of the whole point. You know, so when they decided to go crazy and do a few other modes, they thought, well, what else would we have apart from, say, Nazi? We could have zombies. We could have Nazi zombies. And they went back to the same thing once again. You know, now, I'm not saying that I have anything against zombies as a whole. It's grand. I like decapitating dumb fuckers as much as the next guy does. You know, I love Lollipop Chainsaw. I love Resident Evil. You know, these are good fucking games. They're games that I really enjoy. You know, but then you gotta look at the sheer amount of shovelware out there where they just latch on because zombies are easy to make. They don't take much AI because they don't have much in the way of eye. You know, look at the likes of Infected on PSP as a prime example. What we do, we'll have a dude kill a load of zombies. Look at Blood Drive on Xbox 360. What we'll have a little tournament where you drive around and run over zombies. Zombies are fucking everywhere to a point where it's quite ridiculous. You know, between that and, as I said, the military aspect, that's probably one of the most boring things in video gaming at the moment, in my personal opinion, is the sheer amount of soldiers I kill on a regular basis. I'd imagine the regular gamer out there, your average video game player, had probably shot down more Nazis than there ever was in World War II. Because they're just everywhere. It's go-to. And not only Nazis, of course, Nazis and pretty much any country that's not American seems to come off grand as a military threat. You know, to me though, they're just guys in different coloured shirts. That's all I'm doing is killing the guys who are wearing blue, or killing the guys who are wearing green while I wear a different colour. You know, and it's quite boring. Humans, in general, are quite boring in video games. Sure, I can relate to humans, but when I'm gunning them down a dime a dozen, not so much. You know, so it's come to my attention that it's overdone. And now it's overdone some more to a point where I don't care anymore. And we need to shake it up a bit. At the moment, I'm replaying through Vanquish on Xbox 360. Now, for anybody who has played Vanquish, you should play Vanquish. It's an amazing game. Brought by Platinum Games. It's a cover-based slow-motion action shooter. And it's probably one of the most intense games on the system. It's absolutely heck crazy and it's unbelievably enjoyable. So, it doesn't feature zombies, unfortunately. Instead, you've got, which sounds kind of boring, but it doesn't become boring because with robots and machinery, you can do the heck you want and you can get crazy creative. You can go all sorts of different ways. You know, you got huge big battle bots, you got tiny little grunt bots, you got this weird, almost creature-like robot called the Unknown, which is a name that they throw onto a lot of enemies in video games. Remember, Lara Croft had an unknown entity as well, the unknown Pokemon. It's irrelevant. This thing kind of creeps along, it's got a big old eyeball. You know, it feels like it's alive. You can get crazy creative when it comes to machinery. You know, and that's something that I enjoyed. I had a lot of fun finding the weak spots and battling all these different kinds of machines as opposed to just aiming for the head once again on another human or decapitating yet another zombie. It also makes me think, of course, mutations can be a lot of fun as well. If you go crazy with mutations the way they did for a lot of bosses in Resident Evil games, shit gets crazy. You know, all manner of demons get really crazy and interesting as well. Look at Doom games as a fine example. Look what's coming up in new Doom. Looks off the charts. Even Shadow Warrior does the similar with crazy looking demonic entities in that. Personally though, I'm reckoning it's prime time at the moment to do what we, myself and Richie said about a couple of years ago on a podcast, to bring back dinosaurs. Think about it. Just a couple of weeks ago, Jurassic World absolutely blew up in cinemas, crushing all sorts of statistics and box office records, which I'm sure will be put back into its box when Star Wars comes out in December, but what the hell. You know, and all of a sudden there's this resurgence of interest in prehistoric life, which reminds me of what it was like when I was a kid. Not that I was a kid in prehistoric times, but I was a kid when the original Jurassic came out, and I got caught up in the whole dinosaur rough and tumble of things, and it was cool. It was exciting to think of these crazy fucking lizards and mad life forms that lived before we did. You know, that roamed the earth and fucking ate each other and were animalistic and didn't give a good goddamn. It looked cool as hell, as far as Hollywood tells us. You know, and it was cool. And it was interesting. It was really exciting. And now that's kind of done a 360. And it's kind of back at the moment. And a lot of the kids have been to this idea of dinosaurs at the moment. And all I can think is, some fucking dinosaur games already, man. You know, throw them in there. There's so many different species with so many different personalities that the sky is the fucking limit. Now, we've had the likes of Dino Crisis and Turok, and they were good fun. They were great. But they were also a long time ago with this. You know, we all shit ourselves when Lara Croft came across that T-Rex. But again, even the remake of that was almost 10 years ago at this stage. You know, this is a prime time to bring that kind of stuff back. And again, make it interesting, make it exciting, make it so that you have to tackle each different species in a different way, the way you do with each different kind of machine in Vanquish. You know, each one has its own personality and has to be tackled in a different manner. You could easily do this with dinosaurs and make it crazy amount of fun. Think of the amount of material out there to draw from. You know, think of the size of these animals and the things you could do with them. You know, think of the ferociousness of the carnivores. You know, and the sheer scale of the likes of Brachiosaur, Ultrasaur, and so on and so forth. You know, you could really have a lot of fun with it, and it could make things really, really entertaining from a video game perspective. You know, not just, once again, gunning down zombies and fucking Nazis. We've had them. We've had our share. We've had more than our fair share. It's time to mix things up a bit. So, if you're out there and you're listening and you happen to make videos thinking, hey, I also like Jurassic World. Why didn't we only make a Lego version of it? Fucking put it into gear, man. Make it happen. This is Spud from HitStartNow.com, signing off. Good luck. Thank you for watching one of our HitStartNow.com quick hits. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe. You can also check in more of our stuff at HitStartNow.com, where we have blogs, podcasts, reviews and all sorts of other mess. You can check us out at HitStarNow on Twitter or Facebook.com/HitStarNow on Facebook. The links to all of these can be found down below. Thank you very much.